Hello there, evening to you. I'm Mia Gradney with your news at 5. Health officials say we are in a race to get more people vaccinated as more variants of COVID-19 spread across the country. These variants may be more contagious than the illness that's already taken so many lives. But what exactly is a variant, and will the vaccines protect against them? Stephanie Whitfield brings us up to speed with some need-to-know info.
New variants of COVID-19 are showing up all over the world. 3 are getting a lot of attention, and they're already in the U.S. Here's how a variant forms. When a person's infected with COVID-19, the virus multiplies and sometimes mutates. Most of the time, the changes aren't a big deal, but once in a while, it gives the virus an advantage. Variants are a normal occurrence in the life of a virus, but the concern is these mutations now in the U.S. may be more contagious. Health officials say current vaccines do protect against the variant from the UK. They may be less effective against the South Africa and Brazil variants. Doctors say the best thing you can do is continue safety protocols to slow the virus's spread. You know, social distancing, wearing a mask, and washing your hands often. They say it's also important to get vaccinated as soon as you're able. That'll help keep new variants from emerging. Stephanie Whitfield, KHOU 11 News.